I want to welcome you to the New York Athletic Club for the Beat the Streets Benefit Press Conference. This is the 9th straight year that a major wrestling event's been held here in New York City, every time in an iconic location to raise money for youth wrestling here in New York City and the region. And many of you may have covered this event before or attended it as athletes or coaches. We have a few new things this time around. Got a brand new location in downtown at the Seaport District, Pier 17. I'm told it's going to be a beautiful setting for wrestling. I can't wait to go. I haven't been there since I was in high school, so I'm looking forward to seeing the changes in that part of town. We've got 2 super matches, which will put some of the top wrestlers in the world together, and in addition to the other matches, including a 3rd one for high school athletes, which should be great. Everything starts tomorrow at 2:30 with the youth exhibitions, followed by the New York City Girls Freestyle Duels at 4 p.m. And our main card of world-class wrestling begins at 6 p.m. We have 12 bouts in the main card, and you're going to see some of the greatest wrestling on earth tomorrow here in New York City. So for our official welcome, to talk a little bit about the organization and the mission of Beat the Streets is its executive director, Mr. Brendan Buckley. Brendan?
Thank you, Gary. Welcome, everybody. This is my 3rd time here, and each year it just seems to be more and more exciting, and this year certainly fit the bill. I want to thank New York Athletic Club for hosting this. I want to thank USA Wrestling and all our partners, Cuba, Nigeria, Italy, and Azerbaijan. We have a super high school match as well. A lot of this all starts with Mike's vision he had to bring a lot of attention to not only Beat the Streets and our mission, but also to where we have nations coming together and through the sport of wrestling to provide goodwill and really serve as a model for how nations can get along, and to do so through the sport of wrestling is there's no better way to do it. We obviously all believe in the sport of wrestling and what it does, and we view the world through the lens of a wrestler, and that's what our mission is at Beat the Streets. We want our wrestlers, boys, girls, middle school kids, high school kids, all 5 boroughs, all different kinds of backgrounds, to provide them an opportunity where they learn about the sport of wrestling to make for a better life. I know it's happened for me, I'm sure it's happened for you, and that's our goal, that's our mission. And to be able to partner with all of you, to be a part of such a cool and thrilling event, while also bringing attention to all our kids that Beat the Streets, it's really a grand slam. This year in particular, we're really excited that we have tickets for we have a larger footprint down at the South Street Seaport, so we're sold out right now, which is it's a great problem to have. And we're just really excited for our kids to really be a part of that, the local wrestling community. Maybe some people that wouldn't normally have purchased a ticket and gone to the after party now have access, and so we're really proud of that. So I just want to thank again everybody for being here, wish all the athletes best wishes, and I want to welcome our chairman of the board, Mike Novogratz.
Well, hey, it's great to be back, and welcome to you all. This is one of my favorite nights of the year, tomorrow, and it's raining right now, and so I'm going to give like the whammy to stop the rain. If it rains, we're just going to have to deal with it. We'll probably cancel the kids' matches if the rain is bad, and it looks like there's a good gap of clean weather for the adult matches, and so I've got no stress. I'm thrilled. We've got Nigeria in the house, first time. Thank you so much for coming. There we are back there. Fierce women warriors, and going to take on our women. We've got Helen Maroulis. I think I counted 4 gold medalists. 4 gold medalist wrestling tomorrow, which is pretty darn cool. The Cuban men are always fun. Gracias. They've told me if they don't win the wrestling match, they'll certainly win the salsa contest afterwards. Listen, this is about celebrating the sport of wrestling. It's about having fun. It's about going out on the mat and battling and we've seen some amazing matches in the past. Jordan Burroughs, he's got an undefeated record here, beat the streets. And I was looking at some of his old matches, and you know, these are Olympic caliber wrestlers coming from other parts of the world in wrestling here. And you know, sometimes you think it's an exhibition. It ain't an exhibition. These guys are going at it hard, and they're going at it to win. But one of the fun parts is afterwards, we go downstairs and drink a few pops and celebrate. And we bring the wrestling community together every year. And so I think that's great. We've got a couple super matches. You know, one of my missions in life, I think, is to kind of bring energy into the sport of wrestling, and to match Jordan and Frank Camizo, to reigning world champs. There's going to be sparks flying. My new friend, Mr. Asgarov, came all the way from Azerbaijan. So thank you so much. Gold and silver medalist. And where's Jordan? Back there with the with a good haircut right there. Jordan Oliver from Eastern Pennsylvania. So that should be fun to watch. Mostly, guys, this is my last Beat the Streets as chairman. And so it's been a big run. You know, I think organizations need transition. It's been a ton of fun. I'm going to still be a chairman emeritus here, and I'm sure I'll have a little bit to do with the benefit and gala every year. But we've got an unbelievably strong leadership team taking over. Ray Barzak and Jesse Jansen. I wrestled Jesse. He wanted to be the chairman, and he actually beat me and broke my finger, and so that's why he's vice chairman. But so it's exciting. It's been a great journey, and it's highlighted by this event every year. And so I want to thank Flow Wrestling. They've been here from the very beginning every year, bringing wrestling to the guys that can't watch it live. USA Wrestling and our staff. And so I say, let's have a lot of fun. Take care.
You'll notice Mike's a little taller than I am. So I want to start with talking about the different kind of wrestling we're going to have. And we've got 3 great women's matches between the United States and Nigeria. We're going to bring up a few coaches to talk a little bit about the athletes and the teams. And we're going to start with our national women's coach, Terry Steiner, who will tell us about the U.S. women we're going to see tomorrow and his thoughts about going up against Nigeria, which is a new guest for us here at Beat the Streets. Coach Steiner?
So first of all, I want to thank Mr. Mike Novogratz for starting this a few years back. It's been a great event to be a part of every time. Every time we come out to the city, everyone always wants to be a part of this event, and I think, so first of all, thank Mike, thank the Beat the Streets organization, the New York Athletic Club, Flow Wrestling for always being in the corner. It's for as great an event as it is, the purpose it serves and the mission it accomplishes, helping youth in the inner cities even better, and that's really what this is all about, is giving more opportunity to the next generation of people, and we can do that by showcasing some great athletes. I don't know how many, I think he said 4 Olympic champions in this room or in the dual meet, and I think 30-something world medals. I mean, that's an unbelievable thing to put in one event, and so that's an exciting thing. For women's wrestling, we're having unbelievable change, and the landscape is changing, daily with the women's program, not only in our country but around the world, and to have Nigeria here this year speaks volumes. I think Mr. Daniel Igali was an unbelievable athlete as an Olympic champion, but is proving to be an even better leader, and to bring Nigeria from where it started to where it is on the world stage is a great thing. So we know that tomorrow, we're going to face some great athletes, and we know that they're very prepared, and so we're looking for an exciting event tomorrow night. So, thanks.
I'd now like to introduce the 2000 Olympic champion, Daniel Igali, who is the president of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, a major leader in our sport. Daniel, we're asking you just to talk a little bit about your athletes and what it means to the wrestling in Nigeria to be part of the Beat the Streets program. Daniel?
First of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity you've given us to come to Beat the Streets. We've only been hearing about it and reading about it in the papers. And for us to be part of it this year is amazing, and we want to express our very deep and sincere gratitude to you. You know, in Nigeria, getting a US visa is a very big deal. For two of my athletes already had visas, but blessing Burroughs didn't. And for Beat the Streets organizers to be able to pull this off within a couple of days for us to be here, it's like a miracle. And we are extremely, extremely happy that we're here. That Nigeria is invited here means that there is recognition at the world level. But more importantly for us, we want our athletes to have these opportunities to train with people from different wrestling backgrounds and different countries. And without a doubt, the United States is one of the leaders in wrestling. And what Beat the Street means around the world is known, but for us, having the first opportunity to be here to compete against some of the best athletes in the world is something we're extremely grateful for. We are prepared. It's a friendly match, but we're not here to lose. We're hoping that they're going to have good experiences, and hopefully we should be able to take something back. Hopefully we should have something like this in Lagos, which has a lot of inner city kids, that we should have something like Beat the Streets somewhere in one of the biggest streets in Lagos to also have the feel for what it does for wrestling and for humanity. For all you've done for us and for bringing us all the way and paying all our expenses for the first time in our wrestling career, we remain very grateful. Thank you.
So we'll switch up to men's freestyle. I'm going to invite the USOC Coach of the Year, our national freestyle coach, Bill Zadick, and ask him to talk a little bit about the U.S. athletes. Not only the ones facing Cuba, but we got a couple of our top athletes also in super matches. So, Coach Zadick, could you talk a little bit about who we got and what we're up against this year?
First of all, I also want to thank Mike Novogratz and his vision to Beat the Streets, Brendan Buckley, for all of your work, and the Beat the Streets board, the New York Athletic Club for hosting us. It's always a great event, as others have said. Mike, I would say mission accomplished when you talk about injecting energy into the sport of wrestling. This has become a marquee event, and it's known worldwide. So we're very excited. I'm excited to be here as a head coach now for my second year, but I think this is maybe my sixth Beat the Streets event. So yeah, we have great lineups with our friends from Nigeria and Cuba and others, Azerbaijan and Italy. You know, we have a great team. The United States has a great team. A lot of good guys on the squad from top to bottom, and we're very excited to go out and compete and share some excitement with our friends who have come from abroad. You know, the mission to Beat the Streets, to encourage people, inspire people through the sport of wrestling to see beyond their means and to reach new heights. That's what this event's all about. It's what we're all about as a team, is to go out and inspire. And so, you know, I'm excited to see it happen tomorrow. We have some marquee matchups. Honestly, there's some that they're billed as super matches, but I honestly think that every one of them is a super match. There's great athletes in every single weight class. On the men's side, I'm so excited to watch as a fan, but in sharing this friendly match. But we all know there are no such thing as friendly matches. So there'll be intense competition, and there'll be some sparks flying, and hopefully, it's going to be a win for the fans because it will be an inspiration for everybody. So. With the marquee matchups up and down the lineup, we have Olympic champions, world champions, Steiner, Burroughs leading Team USA, and outstanding competitors, otherwise world medalists, Nick Wasdowski, Jaden Cox, and Kyle Dake, an exciting guy that's up and coming in the world. And then our opposition, the Cubans are likewise stacked lineup. A bunch of exciting athletes on the Cuban team from top to bottom. Valdez is a very exciting guy, just come back from Pan Am's, and seeing them all compete. Torblanco, Salas, everybody up and down the lineup. So I think it's going to be a great event. And then to welcome the marquee matchups with Jordan Oliver and Togrul Asgarov, Olympic champion, that's going to be an exciting match. And then the main event, Chamizo and Jordan Burroughs. Super excited to see maybe the world's best defense against the world's best offense, and see who's going to come out of it. I think, like I said, it's going to be very exciting. No doubt, each athlete is ultimately prepared, and we'll hopefully in the end we'll see Team USA get their hand raised, and everybody will be inspired to continue moving forward. But thanks again for having us here, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So we'd like to also hear a little bit from our Cuban coach, Julio Mendieta, who we'll ask him to talk a little bit about our Cuban team that's here and about coming back to beat the streets. This is their second appearance. So our interpreter is Christina Hargrove from USA Wrestling. And please, Coach, tell us your thoughts.
Buenas tardes a todos los compañeros presentes.
He says, good afternoon to everybody who's here.
Nuestro equipo de lucha de Cuba quiere agradecerle nuevamente la presencia aquí en este evento de Beat Street.
He wants to thank everybody who's here, and especially Beat the Streets and Mike Novogratz for bringing them.
Al compañero Michael,
To Mike Novogratz,
a la Federación Cubana de Lucha y en especial en nombre del compañero entrenador Zadick.
he wants to, he's saying thanks from the Cuban Federation, and also he wants to thank Sally for helping him also be here.
Decirle que las mejores relaciones que se encuentran entre los dos equipos que se van a enfrentar aquí, pienso que va a ser un enfrentamiento bastante bueno y bien bonito.
He's very excited about the matchups between Cuba and Team USA, and he says it's going to be some exciting matches, and he's looking forward to being there tomorrow.
Dado a la calidad de los luchadores de Estados Unidos, que en este momento es la primera potencia en la lucha libre,
He says that Team USA has top athletes here in the world for freestyle.
y el equipo cubano que viene bien preparado a enfrentar este evento, pensamos que pueda dar un bonito espectáculo.
He says that Cuba came and they're prepared and they're ready for some exciting matches and to bring the sparks.
Y nos encontramos en Nueva York, consideramos que va siendo parte de la casa porque bueno, ya en esta segunda ocasión que nos invita, esperamos que en otro momento pueda volverse a la invitación y poder brindar otro espectáculo mejor.
They're thankful for the second opportunity to be out here, and they look forward to coming back in the future.
Darle las gracias a todos los organizadores del evento y en especial a los luchadores que van a ser los protagonistas de esta actividad.
And they said thank you again to everybody and the organizers of this event, and thank you to all the athletes for being here.
bring up one of our athletes. This is his 8th Beat the Streets event. I know he's still young, but that's a few Beat the Streets events, guys, you know. Undefeated in his career at this event, but also a true leader of our U.S. program in men's freestyle, actually for all our styles. Olympic champion, 4-time world champion, just somebody we're real proud of, and he knows everything about why this event's so special. So I'd just like to see if Jordan Burroughs could say a couple of words.
Oh, sweet. I wasn't actually prepared to talk today.
That's my fault.
Here. All good, man. Mike, I appreciate the invitation. It was funny because I believe it was January of 2018, so early in the season we were actually watching the collegiate wrestling season, and Seth Gross and Bryce Meredith had a super match, so-called super match in collegiate wrestling this year. And so after watching that and the excitement that it built around the entire college landscape and seeing those guys and seeing those guys compete, right? I'm like, man, who could I compete against in the world that would create an exciting matchup? And it was this man right here, right? And so I thought about it, I tweeted it, he responded to it, talked to Mike a few weeks ago, we decided to make it happen, and so it's gonna happen, right? I'm excited about it, looking forward to it. So funny thing is, a couple days ago, I get a call from Mike and he's like, hey, did you guys make a decision on the weigh-in? And I'm like, what do you mean? We always weigh in the day before, plus 3 kilos. And he's like, no, we're not weighing the day before. Frank wants to weigh in the day of. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, Frank thinks you're a little bit bigger than he is. I'm like, okay, that could be true. He's like, well, yeah, Frank watched you wrestle. He saw you with your shirt off. Saw your muscles are a little bit bigger than he was. He wants to make sure that you guys are weighing in the day of. And so all the other guys weighed in today. Frank and I will be wrestling tomorrow, but we're weighing in tomorrow, plus 3 kilos. Frank, looking forward to it. It's going to be an honor. I'm a big fan of yours today and in the past. And then we'll start again being fans of each other on Friday and beyond. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a great matchup. Thank you everyone for coming today. Excited for this weekend. Hopefully you guys can be in attendance tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Frank, would you like to speak? Do we have an interpreter? You come, please. Christina?
Christina, come on. It's Christina. Christina.
You speak Spanish or Italian? What? She's Spanish. You can do English too.
I'll try my best.
Okay, no, muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí hoy.
He says, thank you very much everybody for being here.
Espero que mañana se diviertan mucho
He hopes that tomorrow you guys are very entertained
cuando le gana Jordan.
when he beats Jordan. He says, thank you very much to Mike for bringing him out here.
Nada, pero le deseo mucha suerte a todos los luchadores que están aquí, que vencen los años.
He says he's very excited to be amongst the top wrestlers here in the country.
Muchas gracias.
And he says, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, now we get to have a little fun. Frank, could you hang out a little bit? We're going to do something too, okay? This is a traditional deal we do at Beat the Streets. We have our unofficial, this is basically their fighting weight weigh-in. And we're actually going to announce these athletes, have them come up, step on the scale, tell us how much they gained since they had their weigh-ins, just to see what they're going to actually weigh when they're out there tomorrow. Helping me on the scale is Jamie Gray from Beat the Streets, and he's going to he'll call out their actual weight in pounds. We don't need kilos for our Beat the Streets weigh-in. And we're going to go, this is the actual order of tomorrow's competition. So we're going to start with our super match, our high school match. Our first athlete, who's across the river in New Jersey, is in school today, so he wasn't able to make it. Ranked 4th in the nation by Flow Wrestling, going to Princeton, Pat Glory. But we do have our number 3 ranked wrestler from Jefferson Morgan High School, Penn State signee, Gavin Teasdale. Gavin, you want to come up and get on the scale for us? He's rocking the Penn State stuff, huh?
Yeah, I didn't get time to eat stuff right away.
£138. We don't know what Pat weighs yet, but he's weighing in across the river somewhere. Okay, now we're at 59 kilograms. Ah, wait. We're not, haven't called him yet. You want to do your weight? You guys want to switch up? Next. I'll call you. Okay. Wrestlers love to weigh in, I'll tell you.
You thought that was this guy.
Oh, there you go. No, that's great. Hey, we're going to start next with 2 women's matches, okay? 59 kilograms. We'll start with the African Championship silver medalist, Nigeria's Adenyi Aminat. Please. Gold medalist. This is 59 kilos on the scale, but we're going to check her out in pounds. Go ahead.
$140.
140 pounds. Could you stand right there, please? Her opponent, she's a U23 World Team member, 3-time WCWA College All-American, originally from the great state of Iowa, Megan Black.
$134.
134. Okay, now our 2 athletes, we'd like you to stand here for photos, face off, do whatever you want. Let's have some fun. That's our first women's bout, 59 kilograms. Our next bout is 68 kilograms, a 2-time Olympian. She's won at least 8 African championships and claimed a Commonwealth Games gold this year. Blessing Oborudu, let me get that one right, Oborudu.
$154.
154. Okay, Blessing, could you stand there? Thank you. Her opponent, she's the first American to win back-to-back Yvonne Urigan gold medals, 2017 World Team member. Originally hailing from the great state of Texas, Tamira Stock. She's weighing in with her food.
Shopping bag. This is food.
165.
165 with her shopping bag. Okay, ladies. Okay, we're going to switch over to men's freestyle. He's the U23 World Champion, Pan American Champion, Reneri Andrew Ortega. Please. His opponent for Team USA, multiple NCAA qualifier for North Dakota State, training at Penn State, All-American at numerous age group events in the U.S. system, Josh Rodriguez.
$140.
140, gentlemen.
Hey.
It's gonna be a good bout. Hey, we slide up to 70 kilograms. We got a two-time Pan American champion, Pan American Games runner-up, world team member, Franklin Marin Castillo.
$164.
164 pounds. His opponent hails from the great state of New Jersey. He's a world silver and world bronze medalist, four-time All-American at Nebraska, University world silver medalist, Mr. James Green.
Very strong. Very big.
$168.
168, gentlemen. Our next weight class, 79 kilograms. Cuba star, he's an Olympic bronze medalist, three-time world medalist, Pan American Games champion, Livon Lopez Azqui. $182. His opponent, he's a native New Yorker, guys. He's coming from Lansing. Four-time NCAA champion, four different weight classes at Cornell. Recently crowned the U.S. Open champion, Mr. Kyle Day.
$180.
180 pounds, gentlemen. $92 kilograms, 2015 Pan American champion, four-time Pan Am medalist, world team member, Yurieski Torreblanca Peralta.
$204.
204. His opponent, native of Missouri, 2016 Olympic bronze medalist, 2017 world bronze medalist, three-time NCAA champ from Mizzou, U.S. Open champion, Mr. Jaden Cox. He brought a book to bring into the ring with him, too.
218.
218, gentlemen.
This is a lie.
Okay, so we're going to now switch up to our next weight class is 97. Got a world silver medalist from 2013 and 14. Pan American Games gold medalist, 5th at the Olympic Games, Mr. Renares Salas Perez. .224. Our next athlete, coming out of Maryland by the way of Ohio State, 2016 Olympic champion, 2-time world champion, junior world champion, 3-time NCAA champion. This list's too long to read. Mr. Kyle Snyder. .228. Gentlemen. Hey, we move on to the big man. Hope we have enough scale left here. 3-time Pan American silver medalist, 2-time Charapalato champion, Eudeni Alpajan Estevez. .284. We got another native New Yorker here from Duanesburg, 2017 world bronze medalist, 2-time NCAA champion, 4-time NCAA Division I All-American, Mr. Nick Gwizdowski. .262. So our final women's match is going to be an absolute war. This will be at 57 kilograms. We're bringing up a 2015 world bronze medalist, 2017 world silver medalist, Commonwealth Game champion, Udunyano Adekahori. .132. Our next opponent is living now in New York City and works with Beat the Streets. So she's definitely a local for this event. Right out of Maryland. First woman to win an Olympic gold medal for the United States in wrestling. 2-time world champion, 4 world medals, 4 WCWA college titles. Helen Maroulis. .135. Ladies? She's a world famous singer, in case you didn't know. If you're at the 90 or the 2015 World Championships, you'd know. Super match 1. Actually, this will be one of the 2 super matches. We've got a 2012 Olympic champion, 2016 Olympic silver medalist, 2011 world champion, European Games champion from Azerbaijan, Mr. Togrul Asgarov. .160. His opponent hails from Easton, Pennsylvania. You might have remember one of his matches in this event where he went up against Frank Chamizo. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Just go to Flow or Google it. Won 2 NCAA titles for Oklahoma State, junior world bronze medalist, multiple national team member, J.O. himself, Mr. Jordan Oliver. .163. Of course, his opponent, and he, no, you all good?
Yeah. You guys scrub the stances? I thought about taking my shirt off.
Okay, our final match. It's called the Super Match. Main event, 74 kilograms. I'm going to start with our two-time world champion, Olympic bronze medalist, three-time European champion, leading Team Italy, Mr. Frank Chamizo Marquez. 171 pounds. His opponent, Olympic champ, four-time world champ, world bronze medalist, two-time Olympian, two-time NCAA champion for Nebraska, Hodge Trophy winner, proud native of his great state of New Jersey, Mr. Jordan Burroughs.
$174.
174 pounds. Well, we hope you enjoy our press conference. For sure, we'll see some great wrestling tomorrow. This is the last event, the main event. We're going to ask our athletes to hang out. We're going to do one-on-one interviews, relaxed. The media can stay and talk to individual American and international athletes who'd like to stay. But we'd like to now thank you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow down Pier 17, South Street, Seaport District. Thank you.